Welcome. My name is Coach Green, and today we are going to talk about putting some TLC into your business. No, I'm not talking about tender loving care, although that's important too. We're going to talk about traffic, leads, and conversions. So let's dive right in and get into the information. So again, welcome. Very excited that you guys are joining me today on putting some TLC into your business. So let's go ahead and get started. The big thing to remember here is that you are going to start with an idea. And the idea basically is, what is your business? Your business is essentially started with a thought that you wanted to help people. You have something you want to do and you want to accomplish. So, have you gone through boot camp and done all of those modules that breaks down what is your business? What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you want to see out of your business? Who do you want to help? What is the results that you will like to see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, maybe 5 months? And then who is your avatar? Who is the target market, that person that you are going to be helping? What pain or problem are they experiencing that you have the knowledge and the step-by-step program that can solve that problem for them? What are you going to offer that's going to fix this pain or problem? What are some things that you can do to help them? And you really need to drill down, go through those bootcamp modules and finish the worksheets, because if you have that, then the rest of this is going to be pretty easy, and all of the pieces of the puzzle will come together pretty easily. If you don't have that clear vision and you don't really know who your avatar is, down to what books that they read and what social media platform they like to go to, and what their problem is and how you can fix it, if you don't have that yet and haven't gone through those bootcamp modules, then maybe pause this and go back to that and then come back to this, because you really need that first. But once you do, and you have this clear picture of what you're wanting to accomplish and who your avatar is, then we can move into the TLC Marketing Funnel. So essentially, all right, so we've started our business, and the first thing that we need to do is we need traffic. I mean, face it, you're not going to make any money unless people find you. They need to know who you are and what it is that you're offering. So we've got to get traffic so that we can convert them into leads. And once we have leads, hopefully some of them will actually turn into conversions where they'll buy something from us and we can help them to solve their problem. And after that, because we've solved their problem and we've built a relationship with them, they're going to like us so much and be so happy with the value that we've offered and the exceeding of what they expected, that they're going to become what I like to call a lifer, where they're a repeat customer and basically sell for us because they tell everybody how awesome we are, which essentially creates value both for our customers and also for you, because you give them the value of solving their problem, they give you the value of a satisfaction that you helped them, but then also the financial backing so you can continue to do what you want to do. So let's dive right in. Here we go. Your business starts with traffic. I mean, it'd be nice if everybody just jumped right in as a lifer, but unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You've got to market to the masses and get traffic in front of you. How do we do that? Well, Traffic, essentially, we want them to be curious. We want them curious about what it is that we can do. And once we can get them curious, then we can start moving them through the entire TLC funnel. But if we don't have curiosity, then they're just going to move on. There's just too much information out there. There's all this competing messages, and face it, everybody's busy. So you have to be very clear in your approach to getting traffic to notice you. How we do that is through social media. You'll do that through, maybe if you have a blog, you might do that through emails. You could do it through public speaking engagements if that's your avenue. You can do it through well, here we have, once you have their email, you might be able to do some with emails. There's a lot of it's going to be done through social media, maybe some advertising depending on your budget and your direction. But what we're going to do with that social media, though, is we are going to build curiosity by wording our social media posts in such a way that we give them a little bit of information to solve their problem using hooks. You don't sell. This is a big thing you want to remember in this, is you do not want to sell in social media. It's a big mistake that I see way too often. And all it does is it kind of turns people off. I mean, it's like, you see this a lot with people that get started on network marketing businesses. They're so excited about this new business opportunity, and so they're like, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. And that's great. I love seeing that enthusiasm. But the problem is nobody's going to buy from you until they have a relationship with you. They need to know you, like you, and believe that you have something that is going to benefit them. It's not about selling, it's about solving their problems. So it's a very key point that is important to remember in every marketing piece that you put out there. And so you want to build curiosity, and in some cases maybe entertain. In some cases you want to touch on emotional points that really hits home for them, that they're going to want to click on that lead page to give you their email address, that it builds enough curiosity that they want more. Okay, then they're going to click on that opt-in page. You've given them a reason to relinquish that very valuable email address. Now, it used to be, not that long ago when emails first came out, maybe I'm showing my age here, but it was this big deal to get an email. Everybody click onto AOL and you'd be all excited to log in, and you'd get that little, you've got mail. And it was so exciting because that was something that was like, wow, that's amazing technology, and it's really exciting. Unfortunately, now we live in a technological inundation that we're dealing with text messages, and we're dealing with social media platforms, and we're dealing with emails, and we've got so many emails coming in. The average person nowadays is getting, I think I read an article that was saying around 167 emails a day on average. So they're not just going to give their email address to just anybody for any reason. There's got to be enough desire and enough curiosity for them to be willing to relinquish that very valuable email address when they know you're going to be using it. So you want to have and that's why you don't sell. You're solving a problem and giving them value. Now they're going to give you their email, and then they become a lead. Now here is the most important thing, that if you get nothing else out of this presentation, the most important thing that I hope that you get is that everything that you interact with your avatar, everything must have a call to action. So if it's a blog post, an opt-in, an email, a social media post, Any of that stuff should always have a call to action. You need to lead people by the hand and tell them what to do next. Otherwise, they're going to be so busy, they're just going to click on it and then they're done. And then they'll move on to something else. So for example, on social media, it might be something as simple as share this with your friends, click like, be sure to like us on our Facebook page. It might be in a blog at the end of your article. You don't want to just write an article that gives them all the information. At the end of the article, you want to say, for more information, click here. Or check out our latest ebook, click here. Or don't forget to like us on Facebook so that you can stay updated on our latest information. Or follow us on Pinterest so that we'll have plenty of more pictures to be able to share with you. Or, you get the picture. Always have a call to action. If you're doing a YouTube video, make sure at the end of the video that you say something that you want them to do next. Okay? So when you do that, you're not only building relationship, but actually people do really like to have an idea of what you want them to do next, because otherwise it's just, they look at it and then they move on. Okay, so they've opted in, they've given you their precious email address. That means that they are at least, they've moved from curious to interested. So now you're going to give them your free offer or ethical bribe. And when you are preparing that ethical bribe, this is the most important thing on your free offer. Tell them what is the solution to their pain or problem. So when you're saying on what, I'm talking about a step-by-step system. You'll tell them what the system is. If it's maybe it's a top secrets or a top 10 ways to solve the problem, or lose 10 pounds in 21 days, or whatever, that kind of thing. You've seen those kind of ads all over the place, and when people click on it, they get the top 10 secrets. They get the step-by-step system. They're getting the what. And that's always going to exceed their expectations on value. So you want to make sure that you're giving them a really great gift, that you're really honoring them for trusting you enough to give your email address, and really, really over-deliver. But at the same time, you're over-delivering, but you're still leaving out questions. There's still going to be questions that are generated because of the information that you give them, which then you send them to another lead page, which is your sales page. So you can say, now that you've had a chance to see all of these great steps, now if you just buy my 3-week webinar series or my mini course or subscribe to my membership or whatever it is that you are taking them on the next step to actually purchase, that's where we are going to take them from interested to committed. And this is where we tell them how to solve their pain or problem. So in your free offer, you are giving them what the steps are and get lots of information and really explaining how you came up with those steps and how they worked for you, and testimonials of what was beneficial, and really getting them value, but then keeping that curiosity of how are we gonna, the how. They want more. They want the information of how they can get the results that you did or that you're promising. And you do that in your paid service or product. Okay? So when they pay, as soon as they move into a interested lead into a committed conversion, they now have skin in the game. They now have relinquished, and they trust you enough that they've relinquished their hard-earned money. So we need to honor that by giving them exceptional value and giving them the how on the step-by-step program. The nice thing is that when you do this and they pay for this, because they have skin in the game, especially if you price your product or service high enough, you want it low enough to where it's on the high end of what other competing services like what you offer are charging. You want it on the higher end, because if they put their skin in the game, the better the price, the more they're committed to actually do what you tell them to do, which means that there's a higher likelihood that they will see the value and get the results that you've promised, which means you're going to have really happy customers that will share their testimonials and will be so happy because they got the results that you promised them, that you can send them another lead page that upsells them to become a lifer, that they will purchase more from you, other programs that you have, VIP memberships that you may be offering, that kind of thing. So once they have become a lifer, you can have higher priced classes, you can have VIP type things, you can offer extremely high quality premium value, but they know that they're going to get the results, so it's worth the price. And then you just rinse and repeat. You're just going to take them through that cycle over and over again, because you now have a committed customer who really loves you. Okay? So to take some of the confusion out, we're just going to graphically walk you through that and share with you just how that works in a cycle. So let's say we make a post on Facebook and we build curiosity by having a really great hook that gets the interest of your avatar, and they're just like, wow, that's interesting, I want to know more. So then we send them to an opt-in page that is going to give them a little more information and say, now click here, give us your email address and click submit, and we're going to send you our free offer. And the free offer, like I said, in this case is a PDF, but it could be a teleseminar, could be a free webinar, could be any number of things that you want to offer for, first chapter of your ebook, the whole ebook, whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so now they have their free offer, and because we were careful to tell them the step-by-step system on the what, they have questions, so we send them to the sales page and we say, okay, now that you have this information, all you need to do is click here and pay X amount of dollars, and you get this awesome webinar series where we're going to explain to you in detail how to do what we told you to do and get the results that we promised. And if you click on this within the next 24 hours, we'll throw in this bonus and we'll throw in that bonus, and we're going to give you all these extras. Then once they have attended that webinar series, then we're going to say, okay, now that you've had a chance to do this and you've experienced these results, why not join our full membership and get the entire series of our premium product, where we give you the book and we give you bonuses and we give you extra service and you get all this fun stuff. And now they've seen value, they've received results, and so you can send them to SurveyMonkey, for example, in this, and get testimonials, ask for referrals, and once you have those testimonials and referrals, you have a lifer who is willing to go back and buy more products, but then you also have people from the referrals to take them back to traffic and start the cycle all over again. Seems pretty easy, right? So let's look at this from a more overall visual perspective. And I'll have this available as a PDF so that you can take a look at it and print it out and use it for yourself as a guideline. So as you can see here, we have our traffic where your avatar is curious. They are curious because you were so good at wording your social media, your blog, whatever it was, that somehow they came across you and their curiosity was piqued because you are targeting their pain or problem with a hook that leads them to want more. So they opt in and they give you their email address on that squeeze page or the opt-in page, and they are now interested. They're interested enough, and so they get that free ebook or video. Maybe it's a mini course, a set of videos, could be a quiz. I've seen that done where, you know, if you fill out this questionnaire, we'll tell you what color you are, or fill out this information and I'll tell you what Hollywood movie star would play you in a movie of your life, you know, that kind of thing you've seen. So quizzes can be a lot of fun too. It depends on your avatar and what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So be creative with that and try different things and see what works and see what gets the best results. But remember, in this, you're telling them what the solution to their problem or pain is. Then, using deadlines, scarcity, or urgency, we're going to send them to a squeeze page or sales page that gives them the how. So now they've paid, they've given you their hard-earned money, they're now committed clients. This is where they'll get their course, their coaching. Maybe it's a membership, could be a certification program that you're offering. Maybe it's a service that you offer. And remember, this program is not just for online businesses. If you have a lawn care service, or you have a roofing company, or whatever it is that you might have a service business, the same process works for that as well. So this is where they actually are committed. They give you the money and you give them bonuses and you ask for testimonials. You might offer them membership to a private Facebook group because, let's face it, people like a sense of community. They like contact and additional support, and they like having a sense of community. So this is where it's really, really valuable to do things like memberships and community groups. And then this is where you tell them the how. Once they have those results, they'll be so happy. You can send them through the process again and they'll become a lifer. And now they are engaged. They are so happy with your value and you've built a relationship with them that they are going to be long-term clients. If you do this right, it works very, very well. So if you and your business, if you think about it, no matter where you are in your business, somewhere, if you're not getting the results that you are hoping for, there is a problem somewhere in this cycle. So if you don't have much of a list, if your email list is not growing the way that you want it to, then you are stuck in the traffic column, which means you need to look at either which social media sites that you're doing. I mean, are you really following what your avatar is looking for? It might be that you're not targeting their pain or their problem enough. It might be that you need to reword how you're approaching it. It might be that you're not building enough curiosity, that you're telling them too much, and that you need to scale it back just a little bit. It is a delicate balance on giving them value but building curiosity. So think about how you're wording that. Are you giving them too much of the how at the curiosity point and just killing the curiosity? I mean, there's just no point moving forward because you just gave it all to them. Okay, so be thinking about that just a little bit. If you have an email list but they're just not converting. I mean, you're just not making any money. You've got this huge email list, but they're not buying anything from you. You're probably stuck somewhere in that interested, but they're not willing to commit. You're stuck in the second column. So this is where you want to look at what are you giving them in that ethical bribe? Are you giving them too much of the how there too? Are you not building enough of a value for them to want to buy from you? Maybe you're not developing the relationship enough. You're not getting them to know you enough to where they're willing to buy from you. It could be just in the approach of what you're doing there. Maybe you need to add more video or a few more emails in your autoresponder list that gives them more information about your program, your experience, why you do what you do, what you're hoping to see accomplished for them, get into the emotions of what's in it for them and why they would want to do more, why that pain or that problem is not worth continuing on with, that it can be solved. Give them hope, get some emotion going. So that may be part of your problem too. Are you getting into the emotion enough of what's in it for them? Are you approaching it from solving their problem, or are you just trying to be a sleazy salesman making money? So look closely there. Now, if you are making sales, but they kind of buy from you once and then they just drop off the face of the earth and that's it, then look at your third column. Are you giving them enough value? Maybe you're priced too low so that they don't have enough skin in the game, that they're not actually following through with your program and seeing the results that they expected. So those are some of the things to be looking at on if you're stuck on selling your product but you're just not getting repeat sales, if that's your goal. Okay, so this is that cycle of taking them through from curious to interested to committed to engaged, and this works in any industry. It doesn't matter what it is that you are trying to sell or to accomplish. It works with service, it works with online business, it works with it works with the multi-level company businesses as well. So it's just a matter of understanding human psychology and what drives people to buy. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Be sure to download the PDF that goes with this presentation so you have that for future reference. And the other thing you want to make sure you do is take a few things that you learned today and implement them right away. That way then you actually get some benefit from the learning. So we appreciate you taking the time to watch this information. And if you have any questions, feel free to get into contact with us. And I appreciate your time. God bless.